I don't think any of us are bold enough to ask someone, hey, would you mind dying for me? Not just any death, but the most humiliating and painful death ever. Would you? That's the favor we needed from Jesus. And that's a big favor with big repercussions. We are on borrowed time. At some point, our clock will stop ticking. Life on this earth will be over, moving us into phase 2, eternity. It will be spent one of two ways, heaven or hell. When Adam and Eve sinned, our fate was sealed. We were destined for hell. Because in heaven resides a holy God, without sin and doesn't do sin, can't tolerate it. Add to that, the penalty of sin is death. Something has to die for the payment of your sin to make you right with God. So the people of God offer sacrifices, lambs, doves, a certain number, a certain way, a certain amount of time before it would need to be done all over again. Imperfect, sinful people will forever be in debt because nothing on this earth will ever be enough to cover our sins. Therefore, hell, eternity away from God, was certain. However, God had a plan. Out of his love for us, he made a way for us to be with him as he originally intended. Jesus would come, fulfill the law, live a perfect life, and be the perfect sacrifice. His death on the cross would be enough to satisfy our debt and cover our sins once and for all. So, Jesus, he allowed himself to be falsely accused for us. He was whipped and beaten for us. He was mocked and humiliated for us. He endured the cross for us. He died for us. He got up for us. Access to God now and for all eternity has been granted for us because Jesus did us a huge favor that only requires one thing. Acknowledge, those were my sins, Jesus. I believe that you died on the cross for my sins. I believe that you rose from the dead with all power in your hands. And with that, Jesus's favor is your gift that was so desperately needed, the gift of salvation.